I have heard it said many times that the Buu Saga is Vegeta's biggest development arc in Dragon Ball. It brings out his deepest emotions. This is why I love Vegeta, these pivotal moments that make or break a character. Now, Vegeta is far from perfect, even from this stage. More so than he was in the Cell Saga, and definitely more so than he was in the Frieza Saga. But still imperfect. We see in his fight with Goku that he has become unfamiliar with who he is and wants his old self back. But I think that this conversation made him realize that the life he has made isn't quite as bad as he originally thought. He loves Bulma and Trunks, and rarely do these emotions surface, but the Buu Saga is probably the most humble we will ever see Vegeta be. He hugged his son, which was a massive moment, I think, for a lot of the fans of Vegeta. That is an emotion that we haven't really seen from him before. Soon after, we get Vegeta's most famous goodbye speech, where, in the face of death, he opens up and says goodbye to everyone, including Kakarot, showing that he no longer sees Goku as an enemy. This is just something he is too proud to admit. The theme of tough love in Vegeta might be kind of hard to grasp, but that is also, once again, because of his pride. Vegeta is too proud to admit he does care for people and does care for things at this particular stage in Dragon Ball. Vegeta wants to be seen as a proud and strong person with no weakness, so even in the times where he shows affection, he maintains that. Another moment that I particularly like from Vegeta is when his character breaks after Beerus slaps Bulma. He doesn't know what to do in that situation. It's not something he's had to deal with before. So what happens? He rage boosts and lands quite a hit on Beerus. At least compared to everyone else, it is quite impressive. Then again, Vegeta also refused to join Bulma's party, so we know he loves her. Just he doesn't feel the need to make all the small, tiny commitments that most people would usually have. He'd rather just be there when needed and when necessary, rather than being there every single step of the way. Another example of Vegeta's tough love is the Universe 6 tournament, where he teaches Kaba Super Saiyan. At first it looks like Vegeta is just trying to rile his opponent up, but then after a little bit of consideration you realize that Saiyans draw their power mainly from rage. And then once Kaba goes Super Saiyan, it all makes sense. The tough love that Vegeta was showing worked. He helps Kaba reach his fuller potential. I think a lot of people see tough love as not the best way of handling things, but in my opinion, it's a healthy approach to caring for someone. Maybe not to the extent that Vegeta carries it out, with his pride coming before all. Of course, he does protect the people that he loves when he needs to and is required to, but for the most part, he just lets them figure out their own issues for themselves, unless it really is out of their hands. This is a lot tougher love than most people would probably define tough love with. As a way of getting a point across to someone, it really is just sometimes necessary to show that little bit of extra toughness. Take life with a grain of salt, especially in a video like this about tough love. Remember to always keep those who you hold dear close to you, and I will see you in the next video.